I want you guys to email us, thekccrew@gmail.com. That's THEEKCCrew@gmail.com. Now, I know we're a little over time, so we don't have time for pillow talk this week because we're way over time. But we have to get to the email of the week before we go. So
Sounds good.
If you don't know what to do or think, put it in a letter, just send it. We'll read it in the email of the week. The email of the week.
all right, let's get to the email of the week. Now, the email of the week comes from my cell phone because our very own Mercedes, you would see all these videos of her in the gym if you follow Boot Camp Benz. That's her Instagram. You don't see these videos anymore is because she actually tore her Achilles. Yeah, so Benz is out of commission. She can't drive for 8 weeks. So she won't be here for 8 weeks.
She can't work out for even longer.
No, yeah, she can't work out for even longer. So she popped her Achilles at the gym. She went straight to the emergency room. They checked her out. She had to have surgery 2 days later. So that's why she's out of commission. So you won't see her here for a while. So salute to Benz. I'm sure you'll be watching this. So just feel
Which
better.
is part of the reason why we haven't done the third installment of the cooking show.
That's right. There's
So-
no Benz. Reason why we didn't do a podcast last week because there was no Benz.
But I think she might come next week with her boot cast, whatever it is that she has going on. We're going to try to film next week.
Yeah, so I spoke to her today actually, and she's supposed to be bedridden. Like she's not supposed to go up and down the stairs. And when I spoke to her, I heard pots and pans. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I can't wait for nobody. I'm downstairs cooking. So Ben's is already moving around. So she actually emailed me instead of usually she prints it out and has it on paper, but she emailed me. All right. So, hi, my name is Sean, and I've been with my wife for 6 years. Lately, I've noticed a sudden change in our intimacy. Specifically, she no longer wants to give me oral sex, even though it was never an issue before. This shift seemed to come out of nowhere, and I'm trying to understand why it's happening and what can I do about it. I don't want to pressure her or make her feel uncomfortable, but I also want to make sure that this isn't a sign of a deeper issue in our relationship. I don't know if it's stress, if it's hormones, or even a physical discomfort is affecting her. What do you think I should do to fix this, and how should I approach this? Please let me know. I love the podcast, and I appreciate both you guys.
He's married 6 years. Okay, so 6 years in, all of a sudden, she does not want to give him oral sex anymore. I don't think it's a hormonal issue. Because he didn't say that she doesn't want to have sex with him. He specifically said oral sex. If he said sex altogether, then it could be a hormonal issue, a change in her sex drive. He didn't say how old they are, but, as women approach menopause or going through perimenopause, so that could be anywhere between like 35 and 45, you can go through perimenopause. That can change your sex drive. Not for all women, but for some women, absolutely. But he didn't say sex altogether. He said just oral sex. The first thing that popped into my mind is that maybe there's a change in his hygiene.
That could definitely be in.
Maybe there's a change
could
in
be a little salty.
hygiene. Could be a little musky.
Or he could have, maybe he's not circumcised and it's not clean.
But he would have never, he wasn't circumcised 6 years ago.
Oh, but maybe it's
You know-
maybe what's it called? Schmegma? Maybe it might be some
I
smegma.
don't even like that word.
Maybe-
Please don't say it again.
But
I just almost
but okay.
keep that over there.
But maybe he should go to the doctor and see if he is having an issue.
All he has to do is a finger chest. He just has to check it. You have to go to the doctor for that.
But sometimes you can't smell yourself. Or things
I
that you
think
think is
that-
normal.
I think that people that have odors, oftentimes they cannot smell themselves. They have no idea that their presence is offensive. But if you're getting signals from the people around you that you're possibly offensive, and then you take that sniff, then you can tell. I think when your awareness is brought to it, then you can tell. It's not as though you go completely nose blind to yourself. So if you're signaled, then yeah, I don't think that you're incapable of smelling yourself. But he would know if there's a change in his hygiene. Do you sweat a lot?
Mhm.
Are you a good wiper
Mhm.
when you use the bathroom? And I'm not even saying that to be funny, because a lot of men will admit that they're not the best wipers. That's why they came out with dude wipes. Dude wipes. Yo, SI's having the best time right now. He's like, dude wipes. Look, yes, he uses. Yes, he's a self-proclaimed terrible wiper, and he uses dude wipes. So if you use the bathroom in the afternoon and 10 o'clock creeps on, that missed substance can be sitting there multiplying.
That is fact.
And yes, I mean, this is crazy. You're right. It's crazy
No,
topic,
no,
but it's
that
the
is
truth. I
factual.
got to be honest, right? Yeah, and maybe when she heads down south, she gets smacked in the face and literally says to herself, like, I cannot do this. Like, I cannot do this.
Yeah, that could be it. It could be your boxes. Sometimes certain boxes sit a certain way and allow sweat to hang. So, for instance, which is the weirdest part.
Sweat to hang?
No, tight boxes.
Well, so, see, he says tight boxes are the worst. I wear boxer briefs, and for me, boxer briefs keep me comfortable, and it keeps my stuff good. If I ever wear boxes, regular boxes, or if I free ball, it's the worst.
When would you ever free ball?
All the time. When I'm in the house, I just throw on my shorts and I run around and do things in the house.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know what it does. It's weird. My thighs rub against each other and it just creates a different
It's like
smell.
the friction.
Yes, it
Okay.
creates something different than with my boxer briefs on. So it could be a bunch of those things. But like Gia said, I would definitely check that. I would go to the doctor first. I would just make sure, especially, I don't know if you're circumcised or not or whatever your thing is down there, but I would definitely go to, what's the
Urologist.
urologist and get yourself checked out just to make sure. Like Gia said, it might mean
Urologist is like the male gynecologist.
correct. Or I would go and maybe change your body wash. Maybe it's your body wash. Maybe it's different soaps react to different people. And see what it is. As a Black community, we have a bad habit of putting baby powder everywhere. You shouldn't be using baby powder. You're too grown for that. You shouldn't be using baby powder. But there's things that you should definitely do. And then I would have a conversation and ask why. Ask like really why? Like, what is the reason? Like, hey, you were intimate and you used to, go down on me. You used to give me oral, but now you don't. What's the problem? What's the reason? And then let her say, hey, maybe I don't like it because of this. Maybe I don't like it because of the smell. Maybe I don't like it because it makes me feel like I'm gonna throw. Who knows? But I would start having that conversation with her and be honest with her and tell her, yo, this is what I like. I enjoy it. And the fact that you're stopping is affecting me. And I don't like it because I don't know why I just stopped from earlier. But I would just definitely try to ask why and fix my problem if there is one.
I have something else. I'm sitting here like thinking like what else could it be? It may not be a change in her sex drive, but it could be a change in her sexual attraction towards him. So has something changed in the way that you present yourself? Is there a chance that maybe she's not as sexually attracted to you as she once was? Because with couples, if you have a sexual relationship, like sex intercourse is kind of like a given. A lot of people look at oral sex as like a bonus, as like an extra. Some people look at it as foreplay. Some people look at it as par for the course. And some people look at it as extra. And she just may think, well, I'm not that attracted to him anymore. So you might see the frequency of intercourse slow down and the absence of the extras. Think about it. When you're intimate with each other, does she touch you sensually? Does she initiate sex? Does her hand creep around? Is she giving you the feeling that she's in love with you and that she wants you? Do you feel as though that desire is a priority for her? You would know because you're in it. The feelings that you had closer to the beginning of your relationship, dating in the beginning of those 6 years, are you still feeling those feelings now? But there's just an absence of oral sex. Because if it's not just it, I'm sorry, my kids just walked in. I hear the baby screaming. If it is the desire component, if that's still heightened, and there's just the absence of oral sex, then I don't think it's an attraction issue. Do you see what I mean? You have to look at the entire situation in its totality and then deduce from that. But you can assume and we can surmise all day about what it might be. But just like Rashawn said, nothing is going to be better than asking her straight.
Absolutely.
Asking her straight and making sure that it's a comfortable situation where she feels free and open to be honest with you and she isn't a swimmer mom. Where she's not just going to be like, oh no, it's nothing, honey. I've just been tired and no, you're great and everything's great and everything's fine. Everything's the same. Nothing's changed. You're amazing.
Right.
You don't want to get that reaction out of her because what? It's of no value. The only thing that's valuable, right, is the truth. So you have to create an environment where, maybe you lead her and make her be vulnerable. Say, is it something with my body? Is it that maybe you're not attracted to me? Is it unpleasant for you when you do that? There is a change. There has to be a reason. So we need to get to the bottom of it because it's really occupying a lot of mental space for me. And I don't want to be, spinning, thinking about what it might be because it makes me feel insecure. So I would appreciate if you're honest with me and we just have a candid conversation about what it may be or what it is.
Well, good luck and let us know. Keep us abreast of what happened, please. You can email us, thekcrew@gmail.com. That's THEEKCrew@gmail.com. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for rocking with us so much.
And
Thank you for
happy
being-
Valentine's Day.
And happy Valentine's Day.
Lovers.
And we got to remind you guys,
Even you haters and non-celebrators.
our book, Real Life, Real Family. You could pre-order it now and let us know what city you're at. You can email us. We'd love to come to your city and pull up on you guys and possibly pull up on some of you individuals.
Shut up. You know you love Valentine's Day. You know you love Valentine's Day. Don't you love Valentine's Day?
We'll see you guys next week. I'm DJ Envy.
And I am Kia Casey.
And that was another edition of the KC Crew.
Doodles.
It's time to kick it with the Caseys.